Well, let's go from the black hole into this. It is from something with the police in Dubai from this year, where we see there are the 3 rings and a big ring in the heaven, and you cannot see it if you do not look up. So that could be the symbol for the 4th ring, and when you see that, you can see it all. So those who are up here, they can see it all, but the past, the now, and the future. And it seems to there are some kind of connection, some lines down to now, and maybe that could symbolize something with being controlled. This look very similar. It is something with Tsunami Museum, and I assume it's some kind of machine who can make some tsunami waves in the water. So it must be what they can do with the upper part of it, I assume. But down here we have 5 rings on the ground. And we know from an earlier video when I was talking about 5 rings, it seems to there is some connection to money. So could that really mean that those who have the controlling the 4th ring and know what is going on, could it really be that they can make earthquakes? And could it be they are doing it for earning money? Because we know when something is destroyed, often it should be built up again, and then there's some who has an opportunity to earn a lot of money. And tsunamis are connected to earthquake. But who rules this 1 ring? Could it be this man? The other day the news from Dubai put this up, and it has it says earthquake shaken in UAE, but there were no pictures of any earthquakes. But there was the king of Dubai, and a picture of him that was shaken. So could it be there were also this picture? Has this man been hit some way that has made his ground shake? And how much are he ruling? Does he rule more than his own country? I have seen him once where he was saying he wanted to be number 1. He would be number 1. But he has a wife. Let's finish the shaken picture, because I have actually seen it a lot the last period. It's not normal. I find a page where the pictures look this way, and it's not because my connection is bad. It is primary pictures of royal people that has been shaken. But the Dubai king, we have had a connection to Dubai with the 7 rings. Here we have the girl in the golden cage, and we know they are very rich down there. 07, there could be again the 7 rings. But the king's first wife, she has one of her names is hint, which could mean there are a hint for us in the first woman's name, or the signal she is sending. I don't think people are in the media. It seems to she's not shown. They really cannot say for sure who she is and how she looks. But I saw once they were celebrating her birthday, and they have decorated with birth cage. So she could be the symbolism for a woman who is caged, the number one woman, number one wife. But we know from the H.A. Anderson, he wrote a fairy tale about the nightingale. It was a natural nightingale in a kingdom, and they loved the way it was singing. It was singing so beautiful. But then one day the king, he got a present. It was a cage with a electronic nightingale, and suddenly they felt that was more interesting, and everybody concentrated about the technology nightingale. So the real natural nightingale felt lonely and not wanted, so it ended up to flee. It fly away. And one day the mechanic nightingale broke, and they couldn't make it. And then everybody in the kingdom started to miss the natural nightingale, so they set in a hunt to find it again. But with nightingale we have a nurse, the Florence Nightingale, night and gale. In Denmark, if you say a person is crazy, or some persons are crazy, you say they are gale. They are gale. They are crazy. And she was known for something with a lamp, so that could be something that symbolized some kind of a nurse, some who can heal in a way, or at least help people who do not feel well. She is in the dark, and she is crazy, or maybe look like crazy, but she is carrying a lamp. Somehow she can bring some light forward and into people's life. In Arabic, which they speak in Dubai, I know the word for nurse. There they say mumareda. And if you know English, it sounds very much like mom is ready. So there could be a connection again to the mom figure. Farming humans. If you put people into a cage, then you can farm them to be exactly like you want them to be, because they are forced to. And everybody can say they do it for protect them. Here we have the 4 world corner shape and the drone shape. We will find more with that shape. Cage, furry, tortured and raped, and nothing to lose. When you are targeted, and they have targeted you hard, where you have lost your children, you have lost your house, you have lost your work, you lose everything. You are nothing, and you are treated as a nothing, and you are tortured in this gang stalking game, and some of us feel we have been raped. Maybe with electronic. But this looking clear, I found this one, it's not lines, but it's some kind of dots. But I know they have invented some glasses, plastic glasses with a lot of dots in it, and they say if your sight are not totally clear, if you wear those glasses for some time, your sight will be better and normal. So it could be something which see things clearly. It's from a movie called Tron. Here we again have something that could symbolize the being target, and the upside down turn something around. Here it's a couple. I assume it should symbolize they are in love, and they are standing in a keyhole. So the keyhole to get up to your brain and get connection to the highest. Been hit by the beam, being more clear-sighted. They have made a roller coaster in Disneyland out from this movie. Here it looks very much like a woman's breast, I feel. So there could be the connection to children, and we will come into something with chemicals and molecules and so on. And I think there could be a connection to the mother's milk and what you put in the child, maybe. But from this angle, it does not look like a woman's breast. I would say it looked more like a tongue. So you could see there could be something to remember to speak, talk about things, so you do not go wrong of each other when you fall in love. This could look like maybe a closed pussy or a closed eye. And we have the ring also. Different kind of rings and half ring. But here they stand in the target symbolism. And there this we know for Google Earth. And something with game. Playing a computer game, maybe a computer game that has ended up to become real. I assume we are in some kind of electronic game, all of us, and most are not aware of it, that they can actually be targeted through this game by the electronic without knowing it, that they are a brick in a game. Again, we have the drone shape, 4 corners, and target, and it is, well, maybe at the center of the person that where we speak, or maybe it's the symbolism for the feelings, heart they say we have in the middle of the chest. I think this look most like speaking. So you can be target if you speak the truth. We have again 5 ring and 7 ring. Let's stop here, and we will come more into this Tron movie and the synthesis which this IDIS leads us further into.